Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I've been making kind of therapy spread. Therapy for me because I needed it. I needed to tell myself a few things, and just get it out of my system. So, firstly, I'm using some paper scraps that I drew. No, not drew. I painted and I um, wrote a few things on it just to get it out. So that's what I did here, and then I ripped them off and tried to adhere them with my gesso, and it's working so and so. Yeah, and I'm adding a few other paper strips I've just found, helping it with some glue. And I'm adding some ordinary sewing thread. And some transparent gesso to get it all down. And I'm deciding to draw a little girl's face, a little girl with blue eyes and innocent blue eyes and some golden curly hair. A cute one. Maybe it's me, I don't know. That's what I needed to draw today. And it's kind of a long process to draw a face and color it, and for me anyway, even if I have sped the process up. So, but I still want to show you me drawing it. I'm still really bad at drawing hair, especially curly hair. It's not that great. But anyway. And I'm gonna color her with Spectrum Sparkle at first. That's my Spectrum. And some water. And then I'm using my Ecoline pens and my Inktense pen and a pen from Faber-Castell also. So I like to use different kinds of pens. And here's my Ecoline for the hair. She may look a bit weird in the beginning, and yeah, some blue eyes. And a tiny red little mouth. And I'm using a kind of a cheap watercolor paper, so it's not the best quality. So when I add a lot of water and with my brush, it gets not that good, but it's okay. And she gets kind of a red nose. And she looks a bit crooked here. And now I'm adding fine liner to to the eyes and some tinier details. But then I'm going over to my Inktense instead because I like that. It's not that sharp and yeah, here's my Inktense. So it's kind of a long process, as I said, to paint a face, but for me anyway, but I like that process. Now I'm trying to, I can't even see anything, but I think I'm just adding some Inktense to the curls of the hair, some shadowing. And I'm adding water to the Inktense. And a few details and highlights with my white Posca pen. And I'm adding her to the spread. I'm not really satisfied with the shading. She looks kind of one-dimensional, so I'm just adding a bit more color to her and shading. And I'm contouring around her with my Inktense. You can speed up if you're tired of the girl process. But I think I'm quite satisfied with her now. And now I have no idea how to proceed, so I'm just, adding some distress inks with my Tim Holtz stencil, just to have something to do while I'm working it out in my head. What am I going to do? So I'm adding some modeling paste with another stencil from Tim Holtz, just randomly. And of course I'm drying it, and then I'm adding some red with my Ecoline pen and some water. And I'm choosing red because that's the color of her lips and her cheeks, and I want it to, reflect in the spread also. Some red. I'm adding the dreaded black. And I love the black, but it can get too much sometimes, but you gotta dare to do it. Oh yeah, look at that. I like it. And some more red around her face and contours. While I figure things out. I'm also adding some blue Ecoline because that's the color it's in her eyes. So I want that to reflect in the spread also. And now I'm adding white gesso just to soften it up a bit. It got really messy on the page because, you know, the splatter on the black. So I'm just cleaning it up a bit or something. And some stamping with my text stamps. And now I'm writing my words, and it says ignored but not forgotten. And that is part of my today's message for myself and my therapy. And I'm using my Tombow brush pen and a fine liner from Panduro. And I'm adding some Tim Holtz distress inks on the edges before I glue them on. And of course my Inktense for some additional shadowing around the edges. And then I found a few flowers in my stash and I wanted to add them also. But where to put them? And then I'm adding a few strokes of the golden Ecoline just to match the hair a bit. And some more contouring with my Inktense pen. And that is it, my friends, and I quite like it, and it did the job I wanted it to. Yeah, so thank you for watching all of this, and please leave a like or subscribe or maybe leave a comment for me. Thank you and have a nice day, and bye.